Hi everyone, this is Lucy from KBeautyHobbit.com. It's time for another fails and faves video. Instead of doing them monthly, I decided to do them once I had enough fails and faves put together. So hopefully you like this new format. It will follow more of my empties videos format where I put those together once I have enough empties for one. These are in no particular order. Let's get started. First is a fave. It's the Cica Hyaluron Cica Vital Toner from VT. First of all, look at the size of this. This is huge. It looks like I barely made a dent, but I've been using this a lot. It has a watery gel-like texture. It's brightening because vitamin C. It smells really, really good, like bitter, natural sort of citrus without an artificial scent. It's probably artificially scented, and I have a review for this on my blog. I'll put links for everything in the description box. So if you need specific ingredients lists, I always include those at the end of my articles. You can check that out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if it has fragrance. Probably does. However, it smells nice and fresh and natural smelling, even if the source of the fragrance is not natural. Love it, love it, love it. Because of the size, I've been using it on my body as well. It's nice and hydrating. It's not my morning product because I don't really do toners in the morning, but it's great at night and especially all over the body, and the size, you really can't compete with it. Here's a fail. It was fun to try, but it's a fail. Peach Deo Pact. You heard that right. This is not a compact for your face. This, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else, is a deodorant powder, and you're supposed to put it on with this puff, and it's supposed to absorb your sweat and make you smell like a fresh peach. And while I appreciate the innovation, it is just kind of strange from the logistics perspective. If you think about this, it says absorbs moisture, so you are supposed to dab this poof into the powder and put it on your sweaty wet pits, and then put the puff back in with no barrier between the puff and the powder. So now you're putting your pit sweat back in and carrying this with you. The amount of bacteria that would grow in this. Ugh. So the best way that I thought of using this is maybe putting it on right after deodorant, or maybe instead of deodorant, while everything is still dry and fresh, as just a little extra protection. But it doesn't really do anything in that regard. It doesn't do anything my deodorant. It doesn't already. And I am probably just not the target audience for this. Perhaps somebody with some skin folds, maybe some areas of friction, maybe some parts that get moist and sore. Maybe this could be used in those areas by somebody who might need that. However, there also are the products on the market for that. And I'm picturing like a shaker bottle of powder, something like that. That probably is easier to dispense and apply over a large body area than this. So if this is great for somebody, perfect, but I just don't think I'm the right audience for this, and I'm not sure what the heck I'm going to do with this now, because it's not something you can pass on to somebody for obvious hygienic reasons. So yeah, if you try something like that and you have some genius way of using it, please let me know. A very unexpected fail, because typically I love everything this brand makes. And this is the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil Unscented. I had very high hopes for this. As you can see, I've been using it quite a bit, and unfortunately, my eyes cannot stand this. Typically, I use a cleansing oil to remove all of my eye makeup. My eye makeup used during the week is minimal. I mean, just mascara. But I do put sunscreen all around the eyes, so I still like to double cleanse the eye area, get all of that off. And I started using this, or I started testing this, right when I got a new mascara. So the first time I wore that mascara, I used the cleansing oil, and my eyes were stinging really bad during the whole wash off process, but I couldn't tell if this was the oil or the mascara. And thus the testing began. I started using that mascara and taking it off with my regular other cleansing oils, no problem. I put on my normal mascara that I use all the time and try to take it off with this oil, stinging. Then I tried this oil with no mascara at all on a day that I wore no makeup, stinging. Then I tried using this oil just around my face without touching my eyes. So on some weekend when I had no makeup on at all, I used it all around and just avoided the eye area, and I still had a little stinging from, I want to say, the fumes, except there are no fumes. This smells like nothing at all, but I don't know, something maybe just does evaporate or travel through the air somehow. I don't know. My eyes hate this, and typically I don't have sensitive eyes. Typically I can use whatever remover, I can use whatever makeup, I can use almost any sunscreen around my eyes. Nothing really does anything to them. This, I don't know what's in it. my eyes absolutely hate it. However, just as a cleanser, if we completely forget the eye problem, for the rest of my face, wonderful. Takes off sunscreen, takes off makeup, no problem, doesn't dry my skin out. So I'll probably, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it actually. I might try to give it away to somebody. If this was summer right now or spring, I would maybe use this to remove my body sunscreen, and maybe I'll just keep it for the summer because this is good for 12 months after opening, so I have still 11 months to use it up. It'll be summer before then. Yeah, eventually we'll have summer again. So I don't know, but right now just I don't know. And like you see, I've tried it so many times and it's not working for me. My eyes hate it. An absolute holy grail fave probably will be in the best of 2023 video for me. This is the Abib Sedum Hyaluron sunscreen. It is beautiful. It is so creamy, but it's not oily, it's not greasy, it's not heavy, it doesn't cause excess shine, it doesn't irritate my eyes, it hydrates or moisturizes my skin. Oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. It's so easy to spread. It is like a wonderful velvety hug for the skin. It is fantastic. I don't know, I would use this forever. If this is the only sunscreen I could ever use from now on until the end of my life, I would be okay with that. Doesn't really smell like anything, but look, you just spread it on and boom, that's it. Yeah, it smells a little bit like whatever components are in it, like just the ingredients in it. It doesn't smell like fragrance, and then already the scent is gone. Yeah, see, look at that. It's not sticky. Ah, it's so good. It's so good. Believe it or not, I almost gave it to my husband because I give him the best sunscreens, because anything to make him use it, and then I reclaimed it secretly and replaced it with something else because I love it so much. I cannot stand to part with this. This is mine. It's nobody else's. It's mine. A little fail. A little fail. Frudia derived from fruit. It's their sleeping lip mask. It's so sticky. It's not even hydrating or moisturizing. It's not nourishing at all. It's just, ugh. It's like putting glue on your lips. And I could deal with a lot of stickiness or unpleasantness in a night product if it's also somehow beneficial, but this seriously does nothing. I can't even give it away. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but ugh. I got it from an advent calendar and thought I'd try it, and just, I mean, I already had really low hopes for this. Frudia is one of the brands that almost never works for me. They like to put tons of fragrance in their products and then everything just feels and smells cheap. It is cheap though too. I think the retail prices aren't bad on it, but not worth it. Don't buy this. Don't waste your money. It's gross. Huge win from a brand that almost went away. Skin Food almost stopped existing a little while back. I think they were going through some things and they almost completely went away, but they survived and I'm very glad that they did. This is the Skin Food Royal Honey Propolis Enriched Essence. So good. I am a snob when it comes to propolis essences because my favorite one is by Wish Trend and it is still the best, I would say, but this one is also very, very, very good. Now that we're moving into fall and winter, my skin is going through some stuff, it's getting dry and it's breaking out and whatever. This feels like a nice little surge of hydration slash nourishment that's still not overly sticky or anything. It doesn't feel heavy, and I always say that about products that I like because I have combination skin and I don't want to congest my T-zone, so it's very important for me that things don't feel heavy or sticky or congest my pores. Another advent calendar find, but this one is a fave even though I thought it was going to be a fail. This is the Unleashia vegan and cruelty-free non-sticky Dazzle tint in the color number 3. I actually have a photo view for this one with slightly better pictures. I am wearing it right now though. However, today I did put a lip liner on and then I filled in my lips with a lip liner and I feel like it altered the color a little bit. I feel like without doing that, the color is actually better, but it looks very unpleasant, I would say, in the tube. It looks like it's going to be a boring, kind of almost a brown color, but it's not. It's supposed to have golden flecks in it. I don't necessarily get that. I don't really see that, but it's very nice and rich and very creamy and smooth. And I don't necessarily gravitate toward dark colors like this, but I feel like it looks so good and it feels so nice. And during the day, as it fades, it does so evenly, so it doesn't get patchy. and weird looking. So if I don't want to reapply it, I don't have to. I don't feel like I need to because my lips don't look weird as it wears off. But I definitely like the way that it looks by itself without doing the whole like lip liner fill-in first. I don't know what I was doing today. I was trying to be fancy. I think I watched way too many TikTok makeup videos lately. So it's trying to be fancier than I actually am, but it's still nice. It's still nice, even with that lip liner fill-in thing. Kind of a fail, just because of a personal preference. So is everything else in this video, I guess. But this is the CLIO Air Blur Whip Blush. I know it probably looks peachy. This is supposed to be color 04 Peach Crunch. However, when I put it on myself, it is Barbie pink. And that is not what I was going for. The texture is fine, the color payoff is fine, the wear is fine, it looks fine. I just don't like the actual color. And I feel like the Peach Crunch was a misnomer for this. I was expecting something peachier, and this looks pink to me. I haven't yet decided what I'm going to do with it. I do have other blushes that I like, and I've gotten a couple new ones lately that I like more than this. However, it's not like this looks terrible. If I put just a little bit, it does look okay. It's different from what I'm used to. Maybe that's not a bad thing. But I'm also just not into like the really bright pinks. That's just not me. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with this. Maybe I'll try to find somebody who might appreciate it more. For now, I'm going to keep playing with it and see what happens. Not a bad formula by any means. CLIO actually, I don't think is capable of making a bad product, but just not my color. And I feel like this is not peachy. I feel like this is pink. A huge win. Amuse Dew Balm in the color 06 Dew Rose. Now, I just showed you how I don't like pink. That's still mostly true. However, I feel like the Barbie movie really corrupted me because there were a few shots there where Margot Robbie had these awesome pink mauvey lips, and I went to Google to ask Google what it is that was used. Unfortunately, the brand, which now escapes me, but there's a fancy brand of lipsticks and lip glosses that were used on set, but they have a collection. Like, here's the 6 lip balm lipsticks, and here's the 6 lip glosses that we used. And every day we just set them out, and Margot Robbie just picked out her combination. So they're not going to tell you what they used in what scene. And each one of the lipsticks retails for over $30, and I can't remember how much the lip glosses are. I cannot buy 18 things of this to go experiment and try what she was using, okay? I got this, kind of unrelated to that whole experience. However, when it came and I started wearing it, it is a really beautiful, cool-ish kind of pink. And I hate saying pink and beautiful in the same sentence because really I am very much not a pink person. However, this is so good. And I maybe wouldn't have called it a balm because balm to me sounds like it's something that's not going to be very pigmented. This has a really nice color, and if you wear more than one layer of it, it looks really, really good. Maybe I would have called it like a cream lipstick or something like that, but nobody asked me, so it's okay. I really like it. And in my cart, in my wish list, they make a three-piece set of minis of these dew balms. One color is this one, and they have 2 other colors. I am considering that because I want to try other colors, and I wouldn't mind having this color again or to have it like as a gift for somebody. So good. Fail. This is a fail. It's a fail and it's a gimmick, I feel like. This is Mary&May Vegan Peptide Bakuchiol Sunstick. Why do I need peptides in my sunstick? Why do I need Bakuchiol in my sunstick? Sunsticks are supposed to just be sunsticks. Just protect me from the sun. That's benefit enough. Okay, fine. If there's some a little extra in there, good. But I wouldn't make that like my marketing focus, but fine. I don't like this because, well, it doesn't smell bad, but the reason I don't like it isn't the smell. It's because it's weirdly shiny. It leaves like, I don't know if I can even show you. Oh, it's incredibly difficult to show on camera, but it leaves this weird, like glittery shine on the skin, and I can feel it on the skin. It's supposed to have powder in it to absorb sebum. I don't know why. Well, I suppose if you're out camping or hiking or something, maybe you have an oily face and you can't blot it before you put more sunstick on. But I think that's the powder is what's making me not like it, because I can feel it when I put it on. And if I have to use more than one layer of this, I'm definitely going to feel it. And I feel like I could just be scraping it like with a spatula afterwards. I don't like it. I have a full review with more reasons why I don't like it. I'll put a link in the description box. I will use this up on my neck, on my hands, but it also leaves marks on clothes. And those marks do come off, but if you put this on the backs of your hands like I do sometimes, if I'm out for a walk and I don't want to wear my sun gloves, maybe it's really warm outside and I just don't want that extra layer of fabric, put this on my hands, I was then looking down my jacket and my pants, and there are white streaks all over from this. And I've never had a sunstick do that. So it's just the no all around. I mean, I'm not mad I got to try it, but also, why does it need Bakuchiol? Whatever. Anyway, gimmicky, 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 and not good. This is great. In my last Fails and Faves, I talked about the cream from this line, the Madagascar Centella Probio-Cica Intensive line. This is the Ampoule, and if you are the fan of the OG Cica Skin 104 Ampoule, the watery one, the Madagascar one, this has similar soothing effects. However, it is so much creamier, it's more nourishing. I prefer this one, even though I really like the original as well. And even though I have combination skin, it still gets dry, it still goes through seasonal changes. This gives a really nice nourishment to it without, again, being heavy. You know, my favorite disclaimer, it's not heavy. So it's watery-ish still enough to be runny, but it is a way, way more nourishing than the original. I really like it. It's part of my night routine. It pairs well with the cream from the same line, but you can also just use it by itself as well with a different moisturizer. It doesn't have to be all from that line. This is a big fail. I'm not mad. It was free. It came free with my order from YesStyle. It's I Am TikTok Tint Lip in the color Cashmere. Oh, I'm Meme is the brand. I'm a little bit disappointed in I'm Meme. This is their like third lip product that I've had, and I don't like any of them. This one is kind of weird. It has this brush that's fuzzy, and then do you see the little drips, the little drops? That's the lip product. So you click it down here and it comes out. The color is not pretty. I didn't get to pick the color. Like I said, it was just a free gift with purchase, but I don't like the color, but I also don't like the texture. I don't like the feel of it. I don't like the weird fuzzy applicator. It feels like it's trying to be a matte lipstick, but it's just ugly. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. It's not the type of finish that I prefer, and there's just not a single good thing I can say about it, but it was also free, so whatever. Last but not least, fave, and thank you. You know who you are. Thank you to the person who recommended this, because a little while back I posted just like a wall post on YouTube, not a video, saying, hey guys, sorry I haven't been filming. I am really struggling with eczema on my hand. It's been going on for months, and I kind of let it go because I thought maybe I could get away with just, I don't know, maybe it'll just heal itself, and it hasn't. And I had this terrible, and still have a little bit, just this terrible patch of very itchy, very bumpy, very sore skin on this finger, and then eventually it started to peel off, and it just became so sore. And I wanted to make a nail video, and I felt like I couldn't because I just, I don't think viewers would enjoy watching a nail video from me with all of this skin stuff going on when it looked at its worst. And this is not to talk about people who have chronic skin conditions whose skin always looks a little bit not typical. That's fine. There's no shame in any of that. However, because my skin doesn't typically look like that, that's probably not what viewers are used to. So I didn't want to shoot. Plus, it was just sore. I didn't want to put my UV gloves on. It was just awful. And it was getting me down. And it was so awful. I tried cortisone cream. I tried zinc cream. And I felt like nothing was helping. And then somebody said, hey, why aren't you doing like Vaseline or petroleum jelly with gloves overnight? And I've resisted that for the sensory of that. I just don't like how that feels. But I thought, okay, you know what? Now this person is recommending it. It's like the final straw. I have to try it. I really do need to try it. So I got these gloves on Amazon. It was a 5-pack. I've been using them for a while now, and they look like this. They're very nice, soft, very stretchy cotton. They're washable, they're reusable. I do like having 5 in there so that I don't have to wash them all the time. And at first, the first night, I just put my good old favorite CeraVe healing ointment on and put the gloves on. However, just like with face skin, if you're slugging or doing any sort of occlusive layer in hopes of trying to retain moisture, if there's not water, that hydration in your skin to retain, there's nothing to retain. So the first night is okay, but I felt like my skin was so dry that just slapping this on top wasn't doing much. So now I do a more watery lotion first, then this, then gloves, and it has gotten so much better. It does not look perfect. You can still see bumps, but I legit had peeling, red, awful, like chunks of skin missing here last week, and I don't anymore. So it is working. I'm probably going to continue doing this all through winter, even hopefully when the finger heals. I'm still going to continue doing the gloves and the CeraVe overnight. Maybe not every night. Once this heals, maybe it's every other night. But every winter, my skin gets so terrible. It cracks, it bleeds, it gets really, really dry, it gets horrible. So maybe this winter I can avoid that and hopefully prevent this eczema thing from coming back. Maybe I can heal it and then prevent it from coming back. But if you have any other tips for hand care, please drop them in the comments. That's it for my fails and faves this time. I'll have more next time. Please share your own. If any of my fails are your faves, awesome. I'm always, always, always happy to hear that people like something, especially when they spend their money on it. You can find me on Instagram at KBeautyHobbit, my blog KBeautyHobbit.com, and in my private Facebook group, Korean Beauty Fanatics. I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, please remember to always listen to your skin. Thank you so much. Bye.